If it's in Hampton Roads, it's on the Hampton Roads Show.
And a welcome to the Hampton Roads Show on this Monday morning. That applause is coming from our live studio audience. They're here to tell us about McDonald All-American High School basketball team.
All right, over in the kitchen we've got Chef Jeff Brown, chef and owner of Cotton Southern Bistro, to help us get ready for the big game.
That's what's going on. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday, everybody. It's big game week.
I know, we're going to be talking about the Super Bowl every single day this week.
Yes, Super Bowl 46, the New York Giants versus the New England Patriots, live from Lucas Oil Stadium. It's going to be in Indianapolis on this Sunday at 6 p.m. Pre-game show begins at 1 o'clock. Guess where? Right here on Wavy TV 10. Love that music.
Are you ready for some football? Is that how it goes?
I am.
Yes.
Really?
But the Patriots are already in Indianapolis. The Giants, I guess, are arriving today.
Yeah. They got that early start on the week. Bill Belichick, he's scheming with
Cut
Tom
off
Brady.
Sweatshirt sleeves.
That's right.
Ready to go. His wizard sleeves. He is a wizard.
He is a wizard.
He is.
He's playing indoors, so he really doesn't need a whole lot of sweatshirt this week.
It won't matter. It's like, I think it's his lucky outfit.
Is that what it is? You think he's superstitious?
Yes.
All football players
I'm pulling
are
for the Giants. Go Giants.
What? Just like that? You just come right out and
That's just how
throw
I
it
do
out
it.
there?
Yeah.
We didn't even have to ask you. Just
Nope.
we're
Well,
going
Eli
Giants.
is my closest tie. That's why.
And you?
okay.
New Orleans. And you, Chris?
We'll just have to wait on that.
Oh, you're not going to call it yet?
You want me to call it?
No. I
Okay.
want you to do whatever you feel comfortable doing, Chris. We're not about making you uncomfortable.
Well, I'll tell you what. City Council in Virginia Beach are making a lot of people
We're going
uncomfortable.
to change the subject.
Look at that.
Well, I mean, we got to get on with the hot
Okay.
topics. We can talk football all week,
right.
but all right, here it is. Okay, we all know about light rail in Norfolk. Now, the Virginia Beach City Council wants to. They're considering putting a referendum on the November presidential election to ask residents if they're in favor of extending light rail to Virginia Beach.
Yeah.
And they say they think that's because they're going to get the most diverse and biggest amount of voter input because of the election. And but it comes months before a multi-million-dollar study is done, and that's where a lot of people feel it might be irresponsible because the voters won't get the real picture of how much it's going to cost and who's going to pay for it. But the Virginia Beach City Council feels that if they don't act now, they might lose out on federal funding. So they're asking, we're asking you today, do you think it's too soon to vote on whether or not you want it? I think most people have made up their minds whether or not they want light rail extended to Virginia Beach. But I think the city of Virginia Beach says, hey, we want to know now, what do you guys think?
Yeah. It just depends on whether, like, a huge surprise would come out of the study. I think people know it probably would be expensive. But, I mean, they also know that there's kind of already, like, the path is clear, to go ahead and do it. So I understand City Council wanting to do it and take advantage of the turnout that will happen in November, hopefully, for a presidential election versus putting it on a ballot at a lesser election another time of the year, something more minor.
Yeah, I agree too. And if it is that big of a deal though, and if it doesn't make it on the November ballot, if people really, really wanted Virginia Beach residents, then maybe it would pass.
Yeah.
But I've been on the light rail. I think it was an honorary tide guide one time. That was my only time riding it. So.
Well, they don't want to miss out on federal funding, and they want to get the ball rolling now.
I think if the average citizen wants it, I think they want it no matter what it's going to cost. Like, that will come later, how much it will cost, how much will the taxpayers actually have to fund the project. So I think if the mayor is trying, the other city council members in favor of putting it on are trying to get federal funding, that might be something else that citizens say, oh, well, if we get out and show our support now and we get more money, we'll have to pay less for something that we want.
And, we know that this is a Virginia Beach issue, but that doesn't mean you can't, chime in. Let us know what you think. Norfolk, Chesapeake, Hampton Roads, anywhere in Hampton Roads. If you think that Virginia Beach should extend it, just let us know.
Yeah.
It's just sort of an
Or if you're in
informal
Norfolk,
survey.
It's a Norfolk issue if
doing?
people want to go to Virginia Beach.
I was so stressed out on that hot topic, Chris. I had to just totally. Okay, well, if that hot topic or that idea stresses you out, guess what today is? It is National Bubble Wrap Appreciation Day. No lie. So our friends from whatever bubble wrap company sent Stephanie, our executive producer, a whole entire roll. But they say, Carrie's over there.
Pat Dowd,
you have an app.
P.
That's right.
Our photographer editor here, has on his iPhone an app.
Can you hear?
An app. Can you hear the little bubbles?
That doesn't sound right.
It's not as satisfying as that.
They're like. Oh, gosh, yes. They say it's also a de-stressor. A new poll found that 70% of American workers would take a pay cut to ensure that they were never stressed again. So do you think bubble wrap is a de-stressor? Like, you're supposed to
You're
just
stressing me out with
It's
that.
stressing you out?
Well, yeah, you're the one's popping.
Okay,
It feels
well,
good to you, but you know,
okay.
here, and you just sit there. It's like,
Well, when you're in my face like that.
Oh, this is a game. This is like
You
a
know.
timed game, and some of them are worth points.
But how many times have you gotten something in the mail and it's wrapped in bubble wrap and you just go crazy? But then
this
your mom
is better
is
than
like,
the present.
"Ah!"
it's kind of cool.
See, Jeff Brown,
I
is this
agree.
a de-stressor?
It's kind of cool to pop
it
the
cool?
bubble wrap.
Ah! Speaking of,
I think you're stressing our viewers out. I
am
know that
I?
much. We're going to annoy you guys
this
to death today.
Whoa!
What the heck? It's the
hang on.
marshmallow
It is the-
Stay Puff Man.
Wheeler. What's happening?
I was very stressed out with the weekend. You know, I decided to bring you guys some stuff and just, you know, release
Now,
some
when you
stress.
sat down, it should have all went. Yeah. Do you
So,
find it as
yeah.
a de-stressor?
You should
Oh,
have.
it's awesome. Yeah, it works great.
There you go, Chris.
You
You
should have
Yeah.
lost the suit and just put the bubble wrap on, and then we could see like Wheeler would be naked by the end of the show.
There you
see.
go. Ladies would love that.
Popping me.
Hey, I'm just wondering if we drop you from the second floor, would you feel it?
Well, let's see. Maybe I'll jump on the floor here.
Coming up next on the Hampton Road Show.
Yeah.
Let's drop Wheeler from
Jeremy
the second
tries it,
floor,
right?
wrapped in bubble wrap.
Hey, what about
Oh, man,
Tracy?
this
We
is
could try
awesome.
Tracy.
We could wrap Tracy
tries
in
it.
bubble
Yeah,
wrap.
that'd be good.
That is a brilliant
wrap 'em up.
idea.
That'd be all right.
Yeah. Tracy? Yeah.
Can't
Tracy
stop.
tries being wrapped in bubble wrap. Next Monday. Tune in.
He's over there saying, "Boy, you little, I'll get you."
Everybody at home is probably like, really? But
Stop it.
it literally is. It's National Bubble Wrap
It is.
Appreciation Day. So
I
you love
appreciate
bubble
it.
wrap. Some people are big fans of bubble wrap, and do you find it as a de-stressor?
It's probably like an environmental hazard. I'm thinking.
Well, I'm totally de-stressed. I'm good.
But maybe it could be
told you.
recycled. I know those packing peanuts
Yeah.
can't, so maybe this is better.
I mean, this couch is comfy, but I mean, truth be told, I'm actually a little more comfortable than I usually am sitting down and just being comfortable. I'm cushioned.
Your cushion.
So it's like double whammy for the stress relief.
Where did you get all that?
I don't know.
had it handy?
I was just walking, all of a sudden this person started wrapping me up when I walked in here. Like, okay, I guess.
I don't know. Who could that be?
Whammo.
HR.
Here I
Okay,
am.
just randomly all throughout the show, or just if you hear pops.
And so you better watch
Stay
out because
calm.
there's some weird person running around wrapping people in bubble wrap out there, and you know you could be next.
The bubble wrap bandit. Ha!
You calling Stephanie Cook weird?
I didn't.
No,
I
of
didn't
course
say
not.
Stephanie did it. It may have been somebody
Maybe
else.
I did.
Maybe maybe it was one of the interns. I don't know.
Don't be one of the interns. So,
Maybe the cameraman did it. Who knows?
There it is.
I know we
All
have another hot topic, though.
I think we've passed the point of
Have
good
we?
good
TV.
TV. They call it with this.
Let it go.
All right, so we are talking about the big game, and there was a survey this morning that we shared on Wavy News 10 today about if your team was in the big game, what would you be willing to miss to go? So when you go to our Facebook page or HR_show, like big game, friend's wedding, big game, birth of a child, you know, what would you skip?
What would you miss?
What would you miss? If you had a vacation planned, would you skip it to go to the game?
Interesting.
All right, you're here for trivia?
Right. Well, no, I was just thinking about what you just said. I was
Oh.
thinking about all the possibilities, and you know, we mentioned on the show earlier that you know, would people miss the birth of their own child? Some people
Right.
said yes. Some people, surprisingly, but would they miss their own wedding? That's what I was wondering.
Probably not.
Can't do that.
All right.
Can't do
Hey,
that.
let's talk about
we
Friday.
have to, yes, because remember we told you on Friday that for the big game on Friday we're going to be going against each other. So now we're going to be battling it out in the kitchen, and we did this last year.
Oh, yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
Yes, I do. You remember, right?
We remember. yeah.
Right.
Wow.
Do you
Vividly.
remember?
Well, that's all right. Well, it's going to be 2 and 2, and each of us are going to get to cook a big game party food right here in the kitchen. Each of our cooking teams are going to be representing one of the teams playing for the championship game. Now, we're not going to know who we're representing, but the audience is going to be filled with just regular Hampton Roadshow viewers who happen to be, of course, major football fans, and they're going to pick the winner of our challenge and then predict the winner of the big game.
She's doing it.
Okay. So how are we
Or
thinking
Zima.
teams, Cookie?
It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I
Here's
think
how we're
this
going to
right
do it. Take that box. There are 4 marbles in it, 2 red, 2 blue. Hold it up high. You
That's
can't
where
look
they
inside.
are.
Take the top off.
Just
Okay?
Take
You
one
lost
out.
the
Hold it in
marbles.
your hand. Don't show it. Take one out. Hold it in your hand. Don't show it.
Got my marble, my lucky marble.
Do not look in it.
I'm not looking.
Okay, well, I don't want him to see it either. Careful. And Jeremy, take one. Hold it.
Ah,
All
yeah.
right,
we go.
hands in. Everybody
There we go.
hands in.
There we go.
On the count of 3, you'll turn them over and we'll know our teams.
Come on,
1,
Jeremy.
2, 3.
Oh,
Jeremy.
Girls versus boys.
Guys and
I
girls.
know what
now
team
it
we're
gets
representing,
interesting,
right?
Oh yeah, well, yeah.
We don't know, do we?
We won't know until that's
So we don't know which team we're representing.
Dude, we're
the
gonna
audience.
crush them.
specifically. I don't want Carrie to have the Patriots and know that she's going to do, or that they have the Patriots and throw your challenge. So we're predicting the Patriots win.
I'm just
So
going
we're
for the
not
win.
going to know until
All right.
you're cooking.
I'm just
Well,
going
of course,
for the win.
it's all going to lead up to the big game, Super Bowl. We told you 46, the New York Giants versus the New England Patriots, live from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis next Sunday
There
at
it is.
6.
Cue the
Pre-game
music.
show begins at 1 right here on Wavy TV 10. All right, bubble wrap, Jeremy.
Okay,
Wheeler,
yes,
go ahead.
that's
With
my
the
name.
weather.
Now, let's take a look at the wet forecast for today.
right, I'm
we
going
got
to the kitchen.
cool, dry conditions,
to the
49
kitchen.
degrees, sunny skies, and it's going to be
70?
nice but a little chilly. And then 64 Tuesday, yes, 70 on Wednesday. That's not even a record. The record's in the low 80s. How about that? Thursday, some showers, temperatures low 60s, and then a little cooler Friday and Saturday. But no Arctic air blast in the next 10 days. We're talking about some mild weather. Lots of things are blooming out there. I have one weather watcher mentioned
weeds.
earlier. She hit a peach tree, which is in full bloom on the eastern shore. So, I mean, we're talking about, you know, some crazy type weather. All right, let's take a look at the pop quiz for today. First clue's this: a car company. Grand opening in 1972. Dance, song, and laughs, and 80s band, Blank and Oates. So kind of a giveaway today, but, you know, maybe some people don't know. I don't know. But, hey, if you know, go to HamptonRoadshow.com and submit your answer.
All right, before we get to Carrie in the kitchen, today's winner will receive a $25 Pizza Hut gift card. Good luck.
All right, Chef Jeff Brown from Cotton Southern Bistro in Chesapeake is back with us in the Hampton Roadshow kitchen. You always bring things I've never seen before. I'm looking at it, I couldn't tell you what we're making.
All kinds of good stuff.
What are we making?
We've got, we're doing some appetizers for the Super Bowl for this weekend. There's some
Perfect.
things we've got going on in the restaurant right now. We're celebrating pimento cheese this week. We love pimento cheese at Cotton Southern Bistro.
Okay.
We're doing some pimento cheese and bacon fritters. We're going to do some slider bar for like an appetizer bar, and then we're going to do our cotton crusher, which is our big He-Man sandwich with everything on. It's like a smash sandwich for all you Navy guys out there and gals.
All right, well, we
Yeah.
like that. All right, well, we have a lot to do, so we're going to
Yep.
move along to the things we have to do before we get back here and start cooking.
That's right.
All right, still ahead on the Hampton Roadshow, former New York Giants star Carl Banks knows a thing or two about a great football party. He'll share his rockin' party ideas and his picks for the big game next. Bubble wrap!
Have you met Pete? Pete, I love him. He did not want the french fry. What kind of pelican is that? A pretend one. I know he's pretend. I just love him. All right, Chef Jeff, the real deal from Cotton Southern Bistro. We're starting with the pimento fritters, I take it?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, this is something nice that we've just started doing over at Cotton. And this is very easy. Pimento cheese is just a classic Southern spread. It's just cheddar jack, cheddar cheese, pimentos, which is sweet, you know, bell peppers.
Yeah.
A little bit of mayonnaise, just mix it all up, just how Grammy used to make it.
Now you know. I didn't know how it was made.
What we've got here, though, is we've got a pimento cheese. And here's the start. We've got a little bit of cornstarch. And what we're going to do is we're going to start a fritter base here. We're going to put a little bit of cornstarch in here, just to kind of fluff her up when we cook them. We like fluff.
All right, you've got oil heating in the...
We've got our fried Eddie going, of course.
Daddy.
We always have our fried Eddie, and of course we're going to have bacon in it because everything's better with bacon.
What if you do not have a fried daddy at home?
You could
Just
do
deep
them.
skillet?
You could do it in a deep skillet. You can do it in a pan. These you can actually even bake.
Oh, really?
How about that?
What
How
fun
about,
would that be?
How about those apples? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Do you have a preference for the Super Bowl? I know your team. You're a big Cleveland Browns.
I'm a Browns fan, and my Browns never. I would go no matter what was going on. If it was the end of the world, I would go. Yes.
You would miss the birth of a child to see the Browns in the Super Bowl?
Yes, I would. Yeah. For the Browns, I don't think we'll ever have that problem. But yeah. Okay.
Never say never. You never know.
That's it. Okay, so we got our mix done up. Okay, now we're gonna get dirty.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put some gloves on.
Now, what is a fritter by nature? Anything could be a fritter, right? That's
Yeah,
more speaks
it's
to the method than the ingredients.
It's a method and a coating. It's
Okay.
an outside breaded coating.
Okay.
So yeah. So what we're gonna do basically is we're gonna just take our little balls here, make up some little pimento cheese balls. Doesn't have to be any size. Doesn't have to be perfect. And we're just gonna take them, dump them in a little bit of egg wash.
Uh-huh.
Some little bit of breadcrumbs. You can go breadcrumb, egg wash breadcrumb, or you could just do a light breading on the outside. It doesn't matter. It's very, very easy.
Some chefs are like, oh, it totally matters. Dry, wet,
It
dry,
doesn't
wet,
matter.
dry, wet.
It doesn't
matter.
It does matter sometimes, but on this, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
But we're going to drop them right in here. We've got a couple extra ones right here that we've
do.
already pre-done up.
Okay.
And these things take about anywhere between 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes to go. So they're going to fry till they're going brown. You don't want them to float because if they're floating, all the cheese is coming out of them.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Basically, we've got these already done up for us.
It's like it looks like a hush puppy,
That's right. It kind of does like a hush puppy.
but there's something better inside.
That's right.
All right, you're also going to make slider bar today and the crushed sandwich.
Absolutely. Yep. We're going to do the
okay.
cotton crusher today.
Lots to look forward to. We'll be back in just a bit. Right now, it's time to head for the buzz.
All right, in the Buzz Center, we're talking about our hot topics this morning, of course, the light rail.
That's right. Virginia Beach City Council wants to put a referendum on the November election ballot because they want to get a huge audience and they want to know what everyone thinks in the city of Virginia Beach. Are they or are they not in favor of extending light rail to the ocean front? Even before a study has been put out, which would give you the details on how much it would cost and who would pay for it.
So Megan Smith says, I think it would be great. It's only a question on a ballot. It can't hurt to ask the locals. Amy McDaniel says, I would love if the light rail would extend to Virginia Beach. I never leave the city because I hate sitting in traffic, gas, etc. My family would be daily riders. She says also if they go from Virginia Beach, that would help out a lot with her husband's commute too because he has to leave at 5 a.m. just to make it to work by 6:30. So she's in favor for that. Bringing it down to Virginia Beach. Also talking about, of course, you know, today is National Bubble Wrap Appreciation
Bubble
Day.
Wrap
Bring it in,
Appreciation
bring it
Day.
in. Literally, we're not making this stuff up, folks. They say it is a de-stressor. We gave our audience some, and they were popping the heck out of it.
How about a little history on the bubble wrap? Couple dudes in Jersey back in the late 50s, they sewed a couple of shower curtains together. They wanted to make wallpaper. It had bubbles in it, and they stumbled onto a multi-million-dollar invention.
Really? Yeah. Deion Seaver, she says, don't get me started. And then Mike B, he says, I have a half a box of bubble wrap. I used to wrap things. He says, you know what? I might just pull out a sheet and pop it. You do
to
that,
celebrate
Mike.
the day.
You do that, Mike. And then our next Buzz segment, we're going to read some comments from folks saying if you had a chance to watch your team play in the Super Bowl, the big game, the big championship game, what would you miss? What life experience would you miss? Marriage, birth of a child?
Root canal, colonoscopy.
Something.
No problem. I'll definitely skip one of those for a Super Bowl.
Right. Thanks for sending us your comments.
All right, thanks for that mental picture, Rick. We appreciate it. All right, kids love bubble wrap and kids love the Super Bowl. It's a family affair, and getting them involved in the party will make them fans for life. Tammy Lindquist is here. She's the marketing manager for Tidewater Parent, and she's got some great ideas on how to make your football party family friendly. Because, you know, folks do like to get together with the families. You don't want to leave kids out, but at the same time, they need to have something to do during the game so they're not jumping up and down in front of the TV.
Getting on their
Grabbing
dad's
the
nerves
saying,
and stuff.
I want SpongeBob.
Yeah, I mean, you can get them involved, have them make some things, make banners, root for the team.
Yeah.
Kids really just want to be involved. Like my niece really doesn't really care about the Eagles, but her dad loves the Eagles, so Ava loves the Eagles. You know, just get them involved. Make some special punch with the colors of the winning team, which is probably going to be the Patriots, I believe.
And it's purple punch.
Purple punch, get purple sherbet. Everything's purple.
Yeah.
Wear purple.
Red and blue. I know they're not purple. Red and blue.
Purple.
Right, the
well,
colors
I really
of the winning
don't,
team.
Yeah. I really don't know that much about it. But my son told me what to say. Patriots are going to win.
I think so.
Yeah,
What
I
else
do
can
too.
we do for the kids?
Well,
leading up to
during,
game
like,
time?
for example, when the national anthem comes on, everybody gets up, sings the national anthem, take off hats, put your hand over your heart, get them really involved.
Yeah.
They can dress like the cheerleaders in different game colors, or, you know, just get them involved. Let them eat pizza in front of the television with, of course, a blanket down or something plastic. They just really want to be included, I believe.
Do you feel like parents should kind of set their expectations appropriately? You know what I mean? In terms of, you know, like you said, maybe normally kids are not allowed to eat outside of the kitchen or not at the kitchen table.
That's right.
Is this a day for maybe letting some
Just,
of those rules slide?
Let the rules slide. The big rule is the Super Bowl stays on late. It is a school night.
Yeah.
So you may want to think about how you're going to get them calmed down and put in bed. You may not have a choice the next day. They just may have to go to school a little late.
Any ideas, though, for that, though? If folks say, you know, okay, at halftime.
I probably would say halftime.
Yeah.
put on a movie in the other room, because some parents really don't want them watching halftime anyway. I know
Yes.
Madonna's fabulous, but they may not, there may be some things, you know, wardrobe malfunctions, whatever, may not be, that I'm sure Chris would love to watch that part of it. With
He's
the,
looking forward
yeah,
to
I
that
know, he
part,
is
but,
looking
you
forward
know.
to that part of it. But anyway, put on a movie in the other room, maybe that's time to wind down and
Yeah.
put them to sleep.
Let's talk about some don'ts when it comes to kids in terms of, you know, not setting themselves up to be not setting them up to be in trouble that day with like your fine china out on your coffee
That's
table
right.
and things like that.
Go to the Dollar Tree, get plastic ware, paper products, really make it casual that day. Have a good, fun family event.
All right, I like the idea of having them make the banners and decorate the house and
Cupcakes.
get into the game. Oh, that's a good idea
Yeah,
too.
cupcakes are great, and you can always, you know, put something really cool. Or they can play back in school when we were in the cafeteria. We'd play the football. When
Oh,
you
right.
Fold up the little piece of paper.
Yeah.
You don't have to spend a whole lot of money.
All right. Good tips, as always, if you would like to learn more about how you can include your children in your Super Bowl festivities. You can visit mytidewatermoms.com or pick up your free copy of Tidewater Parent at many newsstands around Hampton Roads. Tammy Lindquist, thanks very much. We're going to link all
Thanks
this
for having us.
information at our site, thehamptonroadshow.com.
Keep those kids involved.
Tips there. All right, still ahead on the Hampton Road Show. Face a Fox Tracy Page visited Norfolk State University to learn what it takes to get a crowd pumped up for the big game. He's taking some tips from Mr. Spartan himself. Guess what? Tracy tries to be a mascot.
Is that Nicole Livas?
Yup.
All right, but first, football legend Carl Banks joins us with his ideas for a winning football party and his pick for the big game. Gee, I wonder who that's going to be.
I don't know, but don't forget about our pop quiz. You could win a $25 gift card from Pizza Hut. Just log on to thehamptonroadshow.com and click on the pop quiz button on the top right-hand corner of the screen. Welcome back, everyone. Joining us today is Shawanda Mayer, owner and operator of McDonald's. She's here to tell us about McDonald's All-American High School basketball team and introduce two of the nominees from right here in Hampton Roads. Welcome to the Hampton Roads Show.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. I'm doing well. Shawanda, tell me a little bit about the organization and why you guys are here this morning.
Well, the organization is the McDonald's All-American Basketball Team, and we're here this morning because we've been very fortunate in our community to have two young men that we are very, very proud of that are nominees for the basketball team.
All right. You want to go ahead and introduce who we have
Absolutely. We have Mr. Joshua Fortune, and he attends Kickotan, and we have Mr. Jamal Ferguson, who is a Maury student.
Awesome. So they're from right here in Hampton Roads. How excited are you guys to have them to go represent?
Oh, McDonald's is very proud of them. Their accomplishments, their families are proud, their coaches are proud, and we're just extremely happy for them and just amazed at their accomplishments on the court.
And a lot of folks are involved in sports, a lot of guys out there, but this is something that you have to be nominated for. Explain that process.
Yes, you have to be nominated. McDonald's nationally has a committee to put together that, you know, based on their stats on the court, their community involvement, and their grades, to nominate the best of the best in high school basketball.
How important is it for you guys, McDonald's, to get involved in organizations such as this to help young people out?
Oh, well, it's very important. You know, McDonald's serves their community in a very strong way because the community supports us. And so this is just one of the ways that we give back to the community.
All right, so now the two guys, are you guys excited?
Yeah.
Yeah. How tall are each of you?
I'm 6'4".
6'4"?
6'5".
6'5". Are you guys excited to go?
Yeah, man.
All right, yeah, you guys are popping the bubble wrap. So tell us when it's going to be, and I know what happens next for the guys once they go.
Well, on February 9th is when McDonald's committee nationally chooses the winners to be a part of the McDonald's All-American High School game. But right now, they're nominees, and we're excited, and we're just hoping and keeping our fingers crossed that they are two of the winners.
All right, we're going to put that date on our website, thehamptonroadshow.com, February 9th. Both of you guys, thanks for being here, and good luck.
Well, the big game is quickly approaching, and it's time to kick off the biggest football party of the year. And who better to help us prepare than former New York Giants linebacker and Super Bowl winner Carl Banks. Carl Banks, welcome to the Hampton Road Show.
Hey, man, thanks for having me.
Hey, it's just another football game, right, Carl? I mean, really, it's just football.
Yeah, I mean, look, it happens every Sunday, right? And then they skip a week, and then they have this thing they call the Super Bowl. Well, it's getting bigger and bigger every year. It seems like, you know, the game is drawing more fans and more excitement. And, you know, look, there's so many great matchups now. You got Tom Brady, you've got Eli Manning, who's playing great football, and then you've got this whole revenge factor where some are saying that the Patriots have never really let go of the Giants ending their quest for perfection. So this game has a lot of twists and turns to it.
All right, a little bit of history on Carl Banks. You entered the league in 1984. You played most of your career with the New York Giants. You won 2 Super Bowls. But Carl, when you first got into the game, who was your first linebackers coach?
My first linebackers coach was Bill Belichick.
And who is Bill Belichick, Carl?
He is now the head coach of the New England Patriots.
So you have a little history. Tell me a little bit about Bill Belichick. Everyone says he's a mastermind and a great coach. What do you know personally about this guy, and how is he going to prepare for those Giants?
Well, look, the one thing I know about Bill is that he's a very smart coach. He prepares very well, and he leaves no stone unturned. And I knew that as a linebacker. I knew that when he was my coordinator and my head coach when I played for him in Cleveland. I have a great deal of respect for him, and I know this guy is a student of all things football, so he'll get his team ready to play.
You also played alongside what's considered one of the greatest players to ever play the game, Lawrence Taylor, who's from this area up in Williamsburg. What kind of player was Lawrence Taylor? Did he bring out the better in you, Carl?
Well, look, I think Lawrence Taylor brought out the best in everybody. I remember my rookie year playing with him, my first practice. I'm looking at this guy practice. I'm like, man, he's going faster than I went in college, and this is just practice. So you knew you had to raise your level of play if you were going to be on the field with him.
All right, great talking some football with you, but let's talk some party ideas. How can people get ready for the big game?
Well, look, I could tell you myself that I'm a know-it-all, but like I said earlier, this thing gets bigger and bigger. The Super Bowl, the technology, and I partnered with some people that could really help you start your party off right, and that's Sharp. Now, if you're going to have a party at your house to watch the Super Bowl and the commercials, you might as well do it big. I'm going to step aside and let you see what this Sharp Aquos TV looks like. This is an 80-inch TV. That thing is as clear in quality as you can get. So you get good food, you get a great TV set. Now, when you have one of those, you may be able to get by with okay food. And then you got to serve refreshments. And who better to start the party than Bacardi? And they've been doing it for 150 years. They're celebrating their anniversary of 150 years, the eve of the Super Bowl. So you serve refreshments responsibly, I might add, mojitos, Cuba Libres, and I think you got yourself one of the best Super Bowl parties around.
All right, Carl Banks, you got the Cooper Libre, you got the big Sharp behind you in Bacardi. Some great ideas for us. Now, I know who you're picking, but give me a prediction. Who's it going to be, Patriots or Giants?
Okay, now, I haven't shared this with anybody, so this is just between me and you.
Okay.
Norfolk.
What you got?
I got the Giants. I got the Giants.
Jeez, what a surprise, Carl. All right, hey, great stuff.
I'm not picking the score.
Well, that's fine, but we know you got the Giants. Hey, listen, great job. Enjoy the game. Thanks for joining us. Carl Banks from the Giants. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, well, they covered some of it when it comes to the Super Bowl party, but for the rest of it, we've got Chef Jeff Brown from Cotton Bistro. He's tearing it up with party food. He's gonna tell us how we put the finishing sliders on the pimento fritters, and we're moving on to the slider bar. Stay with us. We'll be back in a moment.
And our film critic and executive producer Stephanie Cook is here to tell you if Man on a Ledge kept her on the edge of her seat. Find out after the break.
What's that sound? What is it?
We're frying in the kitchen.
We're popping bubble wrap because it's bubble wrap day.
We're popping.
Okay, so that's what that's all about. Mike B says, I have half a box of bubble wrap. I use it to wrap things. Weird. But he said today he might have to pull out his sheet just to pop it.
What is this, National Bubble Wrap Day?
It's Bubble Wrap Day.
Appreciation Day? Yes,
Oh,
we all
Appreciation Day.
appreciate bubble wrap.
Okay, we do. All right, so we appreciate your honesty this morning, too, because we were talking about what major life event would you be okay with missing if your team were going to the Super Bowl and you had a chance to go. Ashley says she's a Redskins fan, so this question doesn't apply to me. Give up hope.
Come on now.
Let's see. Okay, Warren says she would miss marriage. She would give up air, food, etc., just to see the Philadelphia Eagles playing in the Super Bowl.
That's a real fan.
Excuse me. Jesse says he'd miss going to the firehouse because he's a firefighter at Station 2. A recent postcard from Hampton Roads. He said he would. He said his chief wouldn't care though because his chief would probably do the same thing. But Jesse didn't say what's your team. Who's your team?
He didn't say.
That's the other part of that's the extra credit part of the question.
That's right. Well, I don't know what I'd miss. I mean, you know, come on, it's the Super Bowl. It's just another football game.
You didn't say it's just another football
game. I'm not missing anything important.
Your child.
Come on. World Series, definitely missed the birth of my kids.
All right. On that note.
Hey, thanks a lot.
All right, it's time to check in to the box office review. Film critic Stephanie Cook is here to talk about Man on the Ledge. I was in that screening with you, so I'm curious to see what you thought.
Well, if you saw last year's Tower Heist about the inner workings of a large New York City building and how to rob it, just add an alleged suicide jumper to the mix along with a few less funny people and you have this year's Man on a Ledge. Well, Sam Worthington plays a New York City cop who was allegedly framed in the theft of a huge diamond and is serving time in prison for the first few minutes of the film. The rest mostly takes place in and around one city block as escaped convict himself hangs out on the ledge of a building, threatening here and there to jump, buying time for the rest of the movie to happen.
So, Mercer, what do we think?
Jumpers jump, right?
Exactly.
This guy has that capacity, but he's not going over. Something's off.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm thinking, but what?
It's like he's waiting for something. We need this ID.
See what I can do.
Listen up.
Go.
Not sure I got an ID on your jumper. Escaped convict.
Nick Cassidy.
Cassidy. The cop that stole the diamond off David Englander?
$40 million diamond. I knew I recognized this mutt.
What the hell is going on?
Well, what did his little note say?
I will exit as I entered.
Innocent.
He wants people to think he didn't do it.
Well, while there is the underlying thrill part of the thing, much of the film is utterly predictable, and when it's not predictable, it's preposterous. Really, while there's a jumper on the ledge, a hotel waiter is going to knock on the door and say, "I brought him a sandwich," and the cops are just going to let him walk over to the window and lean out and give it to him. Really? That's just one of the things that bothered me about this movie, but I just don't want to spoil it for everybody. If you haven't seen it, I always say go see a movie. Decide if you like it based on, yourself and you. I was entertained sometimes, but I was shaking my head a lot, and there were a couple of moments when someone almost getting caught prompted me to tense up, so there's something. As for the acting, Sam Worthington changed in and out of an accent more times than I changed the TV channel on any given evening, and that is a lot. I will say, though, that Ed Harris plays the mean guy really well in this, and the screenplay, while it could have been a lot sharper, some of the dialogue just isn't believable, especially some of the police negotiator jumper talk. That didn't get me going at all, and do not get me started on the reporter.
Yeah.
The reporter, played by Kira Sedgwick, whom I love on TV, should not be in this movie. If you're looking for a thriller that'll keep you on the edge of your seat and deliver, Man on a Ledge is not it for me. 2 cookies.
2 cookies. See, I liked the movie.
I didn't say I did. I mean,
there's
I have to be a reviewer and say there's crap about it.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I shouldn't say that word.
But the reporter in the movie, yes, it's very just stereotypical.
Yes.
Yeah. 2 cookies, huh?
You make the call.
Okay. All right. Well, if you know Wavy's Nicole Livis, you know that when she goes to a game, she cannot take her eyes off the mascots. She teamed up with Face of Fox 43 to see if he has what it takes to rally and entertain a crowd. That is next.
Everybody. wrap. This Bubble Wrap Appreciation Day here on the Hampton Road Show. Pete getting in on the act a little loud. I know. Our friends at Willis are going to call and say, please leave our decorative pelican alone.
The pelican is abused.
We're attached. All right, you've been busy since we last left. Our hero, Chef Jeff Brown from Cotton Southern Bistro is here. We're making the pimento cheese bacon fritters. Tell me a little bit how you finished these off, because we didn't get to see it.
Okay, what we did with those is we fried the fritters up, and then we put them with some chow chow, which is a southern kimchi, is what we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
It's just cabbage, onions, peppers, a little bit of vinegar, sugar.
Kind of like a slaw.
Yeah, kind of not.
Kind of not really.
And a little bit of balsamic glaze in that. It's just a nice little different version on a cheese stick. Nice.
All right, what's happening there?
We're working on our cotton crusher. Cotton crusher.
The crusher. Okay.
This is a take on the Permane Brothers sandwich out of Pittsburgh, big football town. Not my favorite town, but oh well. But basically what it is any kind of deli meat that you'd like, turkey, ham, roast beef, corned beef is what I like, and Swiss. We've got it warming up on our flat top right here, and all we're going to do is we've got some very thick sliced Italian bread.
Yes.
Okay? Nice and fresh. Just going to grab our corned beef, pile it right on top of this thing.
Is that why you call it the crusher? Because you got to smash it down?
We haven't even begun to fight with this thing yet.
All right.
Let's move over here.
Wow, that's intimidating.
Yeah. Wait till we get done with this.
You whipped up a slider bar. Just whipped up a slider bar while we were doing other things.
A little bit of a slider bar. Fresh tomatoes.
Yes.
Okay. Coleslaw.
Yes. Some of the corned beef is trying to run away.
That's all right.
All right.
That's all right. And here's the magic.
No way. Those are not going in.
Gotta have it. Gotta have it on there. Okay?
Wow. Are you going to throw that whole thing
in the deep fryer? And then we top it off. No. But that's what you want. That's how you eat it.
That's what comes to the table.
That's what comes to the table.
When,
that's the crusher.
On the Flintstones, they would come over.
Brontosaurus burger.
And the car would flip over.
That's what you got right there.
I feel like that.
That's what's happening. That just happened. We have that all the time at Cotton Southern Bistro.
Wow.
That's amazing. If you've never eaten a sandwich with French fries on it, it's life-changing.
Okay.
But let's move it on.
My life is going to change today. I feel like you're
That's going to happen right there. Somebody's going to eat that. Somebody's going to fall in love with me all over again.
Woo.
It's going to be nice.
Wow, look at Rec. He's over there already.
And the sliders. I mean, this is like just something. This is like just a no-brainer for me. This is something that we basically whipped up, and we start off with some like mini burgers, or you can do crab cakes. We've got pork barbecue. We've got chicken barbecue.
Chicken barbecue?
Oh yeah, barbecue chicken. Just chicken breast pulled.
I might have fallen in love with you right there.
There it is. And you just set it out. A little condiment tray, take your...
People can fix their own.
Yeah, they can make your own little sliders, you know what I mean? Get your stuff stacked right on top of there.
Do you enjoy cooking for the Super Bowl, or are you looking to take a break that day?
We're going to have a good time. We always have a good time over at Cotton Southern Bistro.
Now, are you going to be open for people to come watch the game and eat there?
We're going to be open.
That might have been the dumbest question I
Wide
asked.
open.
Okay, what time are you opening?
We open at 9 o'clock on Sunday, so we start with our jazz brunch, and we roll right into our poker tournament, and then we'll roll right into the Super Bowl. So
okay.
We'll be rocking and rolling.
Oh, the TV's on. Wavy TV 10.
Everything's ready to go.
We've got the game
right.
at 1 o'clock. Awesome. Okay, look at that sandwich. All right, we're looking forward to giving it a try. You have so much variety here.
That's it.
What else is happening at Cotton these days?
All kinds of good stuff. Yeah, we're working on all kinds of good things. The farmers are bringing all kinds of fresh greens to us still. We're getting all kinds of fresh seafood. Rockfish is rolling pretty hard. Bluefin tuna's coming in off the coast here and getting close. So we're having a good time.
You mentioned the jazz brunch on Sunday.
Yep, jazz brunch on Sunday.
Okay. All right, go this Sunday and then just park it there for the rest of the day. Look at all that thing. All right, we're going to try to crush that sandwich in just a little bit.
All right, looks good. All right, well, today is Monday, which means that it's time for another segment of Tracy Tries It.
That's right. Now, one of the biggest games in the world is right around the corner. So, the world. So I thought, why not become one of the most popular people at the game? This Tracy Tries It is going to be about me becoming a mascot. I'm here today with Mr. Spartan and mascot expert, Nicole Livis. So Nicole, everybody around the office is telling me that you are like obsessed with mascots. You're like the expert, you love them. So
I love mascots because they're so cute and they're so huggable. Look, usually they have a big smile and a big hug. I mean, what's not to love about them?
We know Mr. Spartan is a man of very few words. So are you going to be helping him out? You're going to be speaking for him today.
Yes.
And he's going to be giving me a few pointers
Look
on
at those eyebrows.
How I can become a mascot. Hopefully, I won't have to get any bigger eyebrows. But you're going to be speaking for him, and he's going to give me a few tips on how to be a better mascot.
I think you'd be a good mascot.
All right, so let's go.
All right. Hey guys! Hey! All right, now we know a mascot's job is to get folks going, right?
Yeah.
Get them hyped up. So, Mr. Spartan, how do you get them hyped up? What do you do?
Okay. So I think I can do that. You know, that's not too hard. So here we go. All right, you guys ready?
Wow.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
Maybe it's the outfit.
Maybe lack of costume, you think?
Yeah.
I mean, I got on NSU, no?
Man. Yeah, that's true.
All right. Well, I'll try it again a little later. Let's move on to the next step.
Okay. Now, we all know what makes us laugh and smile when we see mascots is when they are dancing. And some have better moves than others. Looks like Mr. Spartan is jamming here. Yes. All right. Tracy, I know you got some moves, don't you?
Yeah, you know, you saw my little Zumba lesson. I got a few moves.
They rave about you at Zumba, I know you can do it.
Is the crowd ready?
Uh-oh.
For me.
Tracy.
All right, here, just...
Oh, wow.
Just the... All right, so even though the crowd's not feeling me right now, what I am going to do, I think is it okay with you, Mr. Spartan, if I put it all together? I'm just going to become a wavy mascot real quick, and then I'm going to put it all together and see if that might change the crowd's mind. So let me jump and do that. All right, guys, I'm ready.
What the?
Y'all don't like my costume? It's all that was in the budget. All right, so look. All right, I'm ready, guys. I have my costume. I am the Fox 43 Wavy TV10 Banana Man. And I'm going to put everything that Mr. Spartan has taught me. I'm going to put it to the test. I'm just going to go out there and do it. I'm going to see if the crowd reacts to me. All right, are you ready? Nicole, really? Are you ready?
What in the world?
Yeah, I know y'all
we're
love
ready.
it.
We're ready.
Y'all
You
love
ready,
it.
Mr. Spartan? We're ready.
All right. I'm gonna put my second one to the test. I'm gonna just start dancing. I'm gonna get the crowd hyped with it. Maybe they'll start dancing with me too. Are you guys ready? All right, here we go. All right, crowd, come on, 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 come on. Bring it back up. Bring it back up. Bring it back up. All the way up. All right, yeah.
All right, well, that's Tracy, and he tried it. Yeah, he tried it. What do you think? Thanks, Mr. Spartan, for giving us some tips. We want to thank Norfolk State University and their wonderful students. I'm Nicole Ives. You're watching the Hampton Road Show. Go Banana.
OMG.
Banana Man.
Or you, bring it up. Bring it all the way up.
Y'all loved it. You know you loved it.
Suit. Where'd you get the banana suit?
Banana suit, you know, some things, you know, you just got stuff laying around at the house, you know. I just had it.
Wheeler's Closet.
Yeah.
I have been upstage.
So
I would say the bubble wrap is pretty
my
good.
question though is since when do mascots talk?
Yeah, I'm trying something new. You know, I'm trying to start something. Hopefully, I wanted to take off, you know, then I'm a patent it. Talking man.
So all the visually impaired people, you're going to get them going, right?
That's why we kicked around names for Tracy's segment, and we did consider Tracy Nails It, and then we decided, you know what, Tracy Tries It is probably better because that leaves room for
just everything.
The Tracy.
Whoa. Boom. And I just,
switch it to
y'all know I
There's
nailed
that bubble wrap.
Banana Man, right?
Banana Man tries it.
Banana Man about
Y'all
town.
loved it. Y'all loved it. I'm going to teach y'all those moves later. I saw you looking.
I know.
trying to practice them. Yeah, I got you later.
He's got you.
I would just like you to wear that costume around the station now.
Yeah, well, I mean, I got it in the back.
Yeah.
Maybe
Something
Nicole
pops
wear
off.
it. Maybe Nicole wear it tonight.
I doubt it.
The mascot.
All right.
It was fun to have her participate.
Yeah, but I want to give a big shout out to NSU. Fine institution, isn't it?
Yes.
Fine school.
you have,
NSU. They breed
10
excellent people. 10 seconds. All right. Well, I just want to say shout out to NSU and just thank you guys for letting me come out and do my thing. Thanks to the athletic department and those great students who were just walking by and we
just grabbed
them. Yeah. Awesome.
All right, very good. Let's take a look at the pop quiz for today and get those 4 clues in there for you. Car Company, grand opening 1972. Dance, song, and laughs, and 80s band, Blank and Oates. You got this one? Ariane, you got this one, right?
Next to scope.
You got this one? Yeah, you go.
Chrysler Hall.
Chrysler Hall.
Hey, all right, Chrysler Hall, good job. You got it. You big win today. All right.
All right. Hey, $25 Pizza Hut gift card. You get it.
Oh, careful. I can break the table. You missed me.
We'll be back.
Sliders. We're going sliders here in a second.
No problem.
No plastic was harmed in the making of this show.
I don't
just
have
so everybody
any
knows.
food, but I have a fork to pop my bubble wrap.
Got the palace.
Want to thank our audience today for coming in. They're here talking about McDonald's All-American High School basketball team. Want to send a big good luck and shout out to Jamal and Joshua, guys. Good luck for representing Virginia.
Absolutely. What do you think, Banana Man?
Huh? Oh.
Go Banana.
Peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly time. Great job, buddy.
Thank you. Go see him at Cotton Southern Bistro in Chesapeake. We'll see you tomorrow for more of the
Yeah. Go Banana. Go Banana.